Hello everybody, welcome to lesson 17, arrays and multiplication. In this lesson, you will be able to write a product with or without an array using the distributive property. Let's get started. So here we have an array. This is something you should recognize. This array has 3 rows and it has 14 columns. So 14 columns going vertically up and down. So this would be a multiplication of 3 times 14. Now we can break this down. Since most of us can't do 3 times 14 in our head, we're going to break it down into 2 easier multiplications. If we take and highlight this portion of the array, we have now broken it down into 10 columns here and 4 columns here. So we could say that the white part of the array represents 3 times 10 and the green part represents 3 times 4. Because 10 plus 4 makes 14. So that's why we have 10 columns over here and 4 columns over here. So now we've broken it down into 2 multiplications that we should be able to do in our head. 3 times 10 we know is 30, and 3 times 4 we know is 12. So this portion of the array represents 30 squares, 3 times 10, and this portion of the array is 3 times 4, which is 12 squares. If we put them together, so we add them, we will have the entire array. And 30 plus 12, I can do 30 plus 10 is 40, plus 2 is 42. So there we go. So the entire array represents 42 squares. Let's try some exercises. Write a product for the entire diagram, then the unshaded part, and then the shaded part. And then we're going to write an equation and find the answer. So pause the video. We'll focus on this one first. Once you think you've figured it out, how many rows and columns, then come back and we'll go over this together. Okay, so here we have 4 rows and 13 columns. So this array represents a multiplication of 4 times 13. Now, if we break it down into the shaded and unshaded parts, there are 10 unshaded columns and 3 shaded columns. So our 4 times 13 breaks down into 4 times 10, plus the shaded part represents 4 times 3. 4 times 10, you can probably do in your head, it's 40. 4 times 3 is 12. And if we add them all together, we get 52 as our final answer. So 4 times 13 is equal to 52. Go ahead and try the next one. Come back when you're ready. So here we have 5 rows and 26 columns altogether. So that is a multiplication of 5 times 26. The white part has 20 columns and the shaded part has 6 columns. So this breaks down into 5 times 20 plus 5 times 6. 5 times 20 is 100, you may know that, or you may just say 5 times 2 is 10 plus that extra 0 makes 100. 5 times 6 is 30, and our total answer is 130. Instead of doing the array this way on your graph paper, which works perfectly fine, you may find that just drawing a simple little diagram like this is quicker. Okay, so if you were asked to complete the question 4 times 13, You can just draw a quick rectangle. You could say, okay, 13 will break down into 10 and 3. Those are two nice numbers to work with. So we have 4 times 10 plus 4 times 3. Here we have 40. Here we have 12. Altogether we have 52. So just another way to draw the diagram. Both are correct. Just the second way might be a little quicker and easier. You decide which way works for you. Okay, so try these two examples. Come back when you are ready. So we have 6 times 12, which breaks down into 6 times 10, plus 6 times 2, 60 plus 12, 72 is our final answer. And here we have 5 times 23, which breaks down into 5 times 20 plus 5 times 3. We have 100 plus 15 equals 115. Okay, so now let's see if we can write them in the expanded form without drawing a diagram. If you really want to draw a diagram, go ahead. But let's see if we could do it without. So pause the video, come back when you're ready. So 6 times 53 can break into 6 times 50 plus 6 times 3. 6 times 50 again might be a little hard to do in your head. So pretend it's just 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Plus this additional 0 needs to be added to the end, so we have 300. Plus 6 times 3 is 18. 318. 7 times 64 breaks into 7 times 60 plus 7 times 4. 7 times 6 is 42. Add that extra 0, 420 plus 28. If I find that too hard to do in my head, nothing's stopping me from doing a quick little addition on the side. Here I have 8, here I have 4, here I have 4. 448 is my answer. Go ahead and work on the problems on pages 57 to 59 in your JUMP math books using the strategy of arrays and breaking down into expanded form with nice numbers to work with. Good luck.